before we get like too lost in the source. But hello, my stream. Hello, Sprig stream also, even though I've been here for a bit. I love the little squeak of your bird. Alright, are we good to start properly, or Sprig, are you still playing StarCraft?
I can just save and stop anytime.
Oh, I
It's...
was worried you were playing multiplayer or something. I was like, oh shit.
Oh no. Campaign. Ta-da!
Bye-bye. God. I keep forgetting how old StarCraft looks. Like, I realize it's a game from the 90s, and like, I played Warcraft 1. I played Warcraft 1 and 2, so like, I should be used to how that shit looks, but I'm just like, man, that looks ancient.
I'm stirring my coffee with a straw.
As is tradition. Alright. So, I meant to show this art last time. This is the general vibe that the city looks like.
Ooh.
Like, just like my thought was like, all right, just my inspiration for how the city looks is Yharnam. So like, it looks
Nice.
big and imposing until you look closely, where it's like, oh, there's monsters there. That building is like half destroyed from the passages of time. There is a fire. There's something on fire over there. When did it get caught on fire? Why isn't the fire going out?
I will say, of all of the different Souls-like games, Bloodborne is the one I've thought about playing the most because it's the vibe. The vibes are really good.
Hey, Brocker, you wanna know why you feel that?
Why?
It's because you're trans.
Really?
Okay, so like, Bloodborne is the Fallout New Vegas of Souls titles, I've noticed. Every single person that I know that likes Bloodborne has questioned their gender at least once. Like, it's
Okay,
really
interesting.
funny. I think it's because the whole point of it is transcending humanity and like altering yourself to fit, you know. And there's also like the concepts of motherhood and biology being malleable and everything like that.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And there's also
As
there's also becoming an eldritch squid entity at the end. I mean, I know that's what my transition goal is.
valid. Say the other one that I've
Damn.
thought of playing is Lies of P.
Apologies, I was mannered.
Oh no.
Oh god. And I have some of those, and like I'm kind of scared of doing VR streams again because like my chat only ever does those when I'm in VR because they know it fucks with me.
Oh,
Also,
no.
I love your 3D model.
Who's Briggs?
Yours.
Hmm?
Your little saber kitty.
Yeah.
It's a snow leopard.
Oh, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Saber snap.
Yesterday
I
was International Snow Leopard Day, and nobody fucking told me.
Oh
Oh, I'm
no.
sorry. I thought you were an albino cheetah. I'm gonna be honest.
uh,
Oh no.
I know, but people made it clear to me that it was International Throw a Short Person Day the other day.
no, don't worry. Today's International Kick a Tall Person Day, so.
I thought those were the same day.
No, to kick a tall person day is the day after because the short people gotta take time waddling back over. I'm sorry, Sprig, I couldn't resist.
No, it's fine.
Alright, but who's ready to play some fucking Dungeons and or Dragons?
I am.
I'm ready to get my dragons imagined.
Nice. But Cam, if you like this model, you should swing by more, cause at this point my chat's not sure whether I just have multiple models or if I have mental illness. It's great.
Why not both? Porque Lonos dos.
Have a model for each mental illness.
Yeah. Listen, why not?
Yeah. Alright. So, who remembers what happened last time?
Last time we talked to a gnome who's like head of the guards. They told
Mhm.
us um the we told them what was up. They gave us kind of like an official like gig, and we're off to go find like the the leader of the town in this awful like city of undeath. But we got here, and there is no undead presence here except for that body mimic that we fought. Um, oh, and the bard friend that we
Aren't we
found.
being dragged off by the guards?
Yeah, we were put into a state of sleep to sneak ourselves in. The guards, who were like I guess working with our bard friend,
Mhm.
brought us to a room with a nice picture of a nice family, and that's it.
Yeah. So,
In summary, basically.
I was rushing a little bit because I wanted to keep us at that 3-hour mark because I'm gonna be honest, 4 hours is kind of
It's too much.
yeah, it's a little rough, yeah. But
Mhm.
also, yeah, so I just to like make sure like I get this like across properly. Um, so that bard, Hamsworth, he did have a different name, but my cat was like on my feet and her name is Ham, so I was like, fuck it, change the name. Um,
Oh,
yeah, so Hamsworth, he was in charge of making sure that the heirs made it out, and it's actually the reason why Malcor's ancestors exist. But he stayed behind because he wanted to go back for the rest of the family. This is information that like Esme would know, and I wanted to like make sure this information got across, but like we didn't have time. Um, and the way that and so he, as the person in charge of making sure the heirs get out, he knows about the royal escape tunnels, but he is under oath to never ever reveal them, like a magical oath to never reveal them.
mhm.
So if he knocks you unconscious and then takes you through them, well, then he's not revealing them, is he?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh, that makes
loophole.
sense.
yeah. And like, there's also the fact that like he couldn't quite get that information across because of like his missing jaw. But like, this is all information that you
Mhm.
should have been able to pick up, but like we didn't have time for it. So,
Yeah.
all right. So, you awaken in this very, very well appointed room. I hope none of you have aphantasia because for the life of me, I was trying to find reference images, but like 99% of it is like AI now, and
Ugh.
I had a bitch of a time. Like I was literally typing in like abandoned royal bedroom or like basically stuff that like 10 years ago would have been like, oh hey, here's like an art piece that someone did. But like um yeah, like so this is well appointed bedroom. You're all like kind of like tucked in, like very like basically like he very carefully like tucked you and made sure you were comfortable. This like really really comfy bed with like a very very soft duvet, a silk sheet over top, these really fluffy pillows. There's like a crest like over the fireplace. It's the royal crest of Karranyr. There's the aforementioned picture on the side table. Um, and this room is just like it looks like nothing happened. Like it is impeccably preserved, almost as if someone has been keeping it clean. Um, and it's like a time capsule, really. Uh, and you do see like there's a big oaken door on one of the walls. Around the room, there's just kind of like assorted things. There is like multiple like cabinets. There's like jewelry boxes. There's like just all sorts of stuff you would expect in a royal bedroom, and a large window that overlooks the town. And like the image on the screen is basically what you see. Um, as you all wake up, like what is your first port of call?
So have we gotten like a short rest
You got a
or a
long
long
rest. You did
rest?
that
We
last
got a
time.
long rest. That's right.
Yeah, because it was a magical sleep.
Mhm. Well, I guess Uzi's first thing is to make sure that Reggie's with us because he's kind of her like designated tank.
Oh, like there's like a small like dog bed like in the far corner. and
He's just
Reggie
squeezed into it.
and Reggie is just squeezed into it. He was also
I
asleep.
love it.
Because
love it.
Reggie's not sapient, is he?
No, he's not.
Yeah, no. The Reggie just kind of followed you down, and Hamsworth was
Mhm.
like, because he's not sapient, Hamsworth didn't really
Yeah.
register it as revealing it, so
hmm
he just followed
Is
you.
he sentient though? Like he remembers
No,
stuff.
no,
Oh.
he doesn't. He
He's
follows
such a good
commands.
boy.
He
Well-
has an intelligence of 4, a wisdom of 10, and a charisma of 4.
So he has
He
so
is
based on those stats, he's about as sentient as a dog then.
yes,
Yeah.
pretty much.
So
He
just to
is
just to
dog.
be like a anthropology lawyer real quick. Dogs are sentient, humans are sapient.
Mhm.
Something that is sentient
Yeah.
is capable of like, it has a little bit of self-awareness, it has a little bit of self-preservation, and it can answer commands and like respond. Sapience
Mhm.
is the ability to reason, which is us,
Yeah,
and dolphins, which is fucking scary to think
Mhm.
about.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so Reggie is there. He's just
Also
kind of curled up on
important
a little thing.
squids and hyenas, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why whenever I meet like a Therian that's like a hyena Therian, I'm just like, they're just like, oh, I just want to be a dumb animal. I'm like, and yet you pick the hyena.
Yeah, which is one of the
Like,
smartest animals that's actually smarter than friggin' chimpanzees.
yeah, they're like, oh, I would take the hyena HRT. I'd lose my sense of self. It's like, no, you wouldn't. Hyenas are sapient, you stupid idiot.
They
Yeah,
actually
you
score
stupid
higher
idiot.
than humans on cooperation tests
Yeah.
most of the
Mhm.
time.
Yeah. I do think we need to actually start testing animals to see which ones are sapient. Because I swear to God, like, there's
Yes.
so many
Oh, they already
more.
have.
Not all of them, though.
No, not all of them, but they think
Yeah.
octopi, obviously crows, all that
Mm.
stuff, right? But they're starting to think that ants have a kind of community intelligence
Mhm.
where they not only feel pain and stuff, but they actually make collective collaborative decisions that aren't necessarily based on pure instinct.
It would be
And they learn, like
it,
functionally learn. It's
it
actually really cool.
it'd be really funny if like our definition of sapience applies to all animals. We've just been being racist this entire time.
I wonder
That
if the
that
same can be said about the ants, can be said about bees.
Mm.
yes. Actually, so bees actually have a quote unquote language, which is the dancing they do.
Yes, yes.
But bees also can, I think, if I remember correctly, individual bees have their own like little buzzing frequency, and so that's how they can tell each other apart. It's actually really, really neat. And interestingly enough, by the way, for everyone listening in, I'm an actual in real life environmental scientist. This is literally my job. I'm not just some random, I promise. But plants, specifically fungi, have been known to actually communicate chemically, including emotions, what we would think of as emotions like fear, I'm in distress, I'm in pain, and other plants around them will then like react to that
Mm.
chemically. It's really interesting.
Just because it was World Snow Leopard International Snow Leopard Day the other day, I'll say this as well. There's this one guy who swears up and down that big cats are somewhat sapient as well because he was studying snow leopards, and there was one that like they would bring in, and he would like witness it doing like all of these like intelligent like stuff that would require reasoning. Like it dropped a rock on a fucking gazelle once because like there was like a rock on a cliff. There's a gazelle below, and the snow leopard just kind of shoved the rock off and crushed it and then went and go eat it. And then like he tranks it, brings it back to the thing, and it's just doing the normal snow leopard stuff of like, oh hey, a cabbage, blah 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 blah, like playing like a dumb cat. And then they're like, okay, yeah, no, this thing is stupid. Release it. And it goes right back to doing all of this smart shit. And they're like, the fuck is your deal?
It's trolling them.
Yeah, like
It's
It's a
learned
cat.
that laziness helps.
yeah,
Yeah.
it
Cats are
learned that if I pretend to be stupid, they'll let me go.
yeah,
Yeah.
pretend to be stupid, they'll leave me the hell alone.
Uh,
It's only when we start giving them thumbs that it's going to be a problem. Like in Love, Death and Robots.
yeah.
Yes.
Just be really, really funny. Like all animals are just as sapient as us. It's just that like they don't let us know because they know that it would cause problems for them.
Mm-hmm.
Because like imagine if dolphins had to start paying taxes. Like shit, like Like they see what
Dolphins
we're
are
doing. They're like, oh, you have to have a job. You need to pay taxes. You got to go to Walmart. Fuck no.
cute.
Look at me. I'm playing with a pumpkin. Hee hoo, silly, haha.
God, that's just reminding me of that one stupid experiment they did to try and teach dolphins English.
Yep,
Oh,
God,
a reminder of
that
that.
didn't
that
work.
was not a good experiment.
No,
No, the
I
guy. Has anyone heard of that experiment?
I have, yeah. I do want to get
Oh,
back on
yeah,
topic, but
sorry,
I do just want to bring
sorry.
up this one Onion article. We taught a
Mm-hmm.
chimpanzee the politics of the median voter. He immediately asked for a gun to shoot himself. Like that is that to me is like what I'm like running on. Is like, yeah, no, animals are smart. They're smarter than us because they see what we're doing and they pretend to be stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Agreed.
but yeah, so you're in this room. Reggie is kind of like snoring in the corner, but it's like okay, actually, Braca is Reggie snoring like a honk shoe or a honk me 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 me? What is it?
No, it's more like what's a good way to describe it? Just
This is very
oh yeah,
important.
yeah, it's kind of like that. Did it
No,
pick
it
up on the
didn't.
mic?
It did not.
No,
No.
I got
Oh,
crisped.
it was so loud. It's just like a just deep, I guess, rumble, I guess you would say.
Hmm.
It's just like it's a deep rumble for the breathe in, and then the breathe out is just punctuated by the wings just like buzzing slightly, little twitches.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the site you look at. Like, there's a big oak door on one side. There's a big window overlooking the city on the other end. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it's up to you what the next port of call is. You want to look around the room, or if you want to like keep moving.
I'd like to do a little investigate around the room, see
Okay,
what I can see.
give me an
Yes.
investigation check. What are you looking for specifically, or are you just having a vibe?
Just like anything that I think could be useful in telling us just more about why this room in particular, or if there's anything here that could be useful, like in our quest, useful.
Mm. Okay, give me an investigation check.
Yeah, I might as well get it out of the way today. You know,
So looking around, you
so
find like
sleepy.
some jewelry boxes. Um, you find just like a bunch of like little like it's mostly like uh semantic stuff. Like oh like there's a few things that like would have been valuable back in the day, but a lot of it has like rusted or I guess corroded over time. Um, but like you don't really find anything that like appears of actual use.
Okay. And once she knows that, she's just like, all right, I guess we're closer, aren't we?
We are inside the castle, at least.
Mm, right. Which is closer than we were before, so I'll take it.
So, Esme, based on your memory, you are currently in the topmost spire in the center of the castle. The castle is kind of like, I'll just draw it just because it's bad. So the castle it's kind of shaped like there's one thing, then there's the keep in the middle, another tower, and then there's
Hmm.
like a big spire that comes out of the middle of the keep. You are here.
So, the spire, is it like attached to the keep, or
Yeah,
is it
yeah, it is. It basically
like standalone in the ward?
it rises out of the center of the keep. Sorry.
Okay.
And the secret room. So you don't know like its exact location, but you know that it is deep below the the castle. And
Hmm.
the fastest route there is to go down this spire and go through the kitchens and servants' quarters, which would be like here roughly. Very good architectural design on my part. I'm very sorry.
It's okay.
do you head out, or like or Cam, do you have anything you want to do in this room?
Yes. I kind of wanted to ask so that there's nobody basically but us in this room, correct?
Yeah, there's nobody but you. Hamsworth has cleared out.
Okay. I'd like to do an investigation check as well, just to kind of cover my bases, and see if there's anything I could notice.
Okay. Do you anything looking for anything in specific, or you just like, oh, what's around here then?
I'm sorry, I'm coughing. Just kind of like a looky-loo.
Oh, it's just a looky loo. Okay. Give me that. Give me that check then. 12.
Rip.
Okay. So as you're looking around, you notice something.
Okay.
There's so what would you say is Radiant's education level?
I would say they're actually pretty well educated, despite being kind of an idiot.
Like,
They did
like
go to school.
yeah, like college level, high school level. Like, what are we talking about?
I would say college level. I would say they graduated and then decided to do this instead.
Okay, this is gonna sound like it comes out of nowhere, but what was Radiant's major?
Mm. What would
You
Radiant
you could
do?
say a modern major, and I'll just come up with something that like is equivalent.
This is going to be so funny and specific. I would say there were like a graphic design English double major for that double whammy of not finding a job.
That's why you're a wool guardian.
That's why. That is the lore, is they
I
literally
feel
couldn't find anything else.
I feel attacked. I'm an English lit major and I am currently struggling
Oh
for
god.
employment.
Hey, it could be worse. You could be like me, who started going for an anthropology major and then came out as trans, and all the professors went, "Hey, I hope you like teaching, because if you go to anywhere where there's a dig site, you're going to be killed on site." So I switched to
Correct.
IT, and then I needed a wheelchair, and it turns out to do IT, you need to be able to lift shit. So
Yeah.
could be worse. You could have two
Bullshit.
fucking absolutely useless degrees. Um, yeah. Okay. Sorry. So
I don't even have a degree at all.
I wish I didn't have a degree. I wasted so much time and money on something that turned out I couldn't fucking do. Oh boy. All right. So, all right. So as you're looking around, you're kind of like your graphic design brain kicks off, and you're looking at
Okay.
the seal on the wall, and then you look at the jewelry box, um, that's like on like a counter like nearby the fireplace, and in there
Mhm.
is a signet ring that has the same seal. But then your graphic design brain kicks on, and you're like, hang on a second. The seal on the ring is reversed.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, the seal is a large kite shield, and behind it there is an axe and an arrow like crossed behind the shield, and then
Hmm.
there is a crossbow like in between, right?
This is going to be a weird question,
Yeah,
a weird check.
yeah.
Is Radiant able to check if it's a counterfeit?
Um, I think that would be a history check, but that would be a history check, but like that depends on Radiant's familiarity with the like lost, royal family.
Hmm.
Um,
They weren't a history major. All right, never mind.
yeah. So yeah, so like the rings, yeah, but and then there's like a swirled like K in the middle of the shield. Uh,
Hmm.
that like looks very very fancy. Because the Empire, like in its early days, just kind of conquered the entirety of Koros, and then it chilled out later. But like the crest still holds that like warlike kind of thing. But like as you're looking at
Hmm.
the one on the ring is backwards. The K is reversed, and the axe and the arrow are on the wrong sides.
Well, that's weird.
Yeah,
And it does it. I
Um,
guess my question for that is the K, you say they're reversed, but is it like
like
actually reversed?
as
Like the
if it
K
was mirrored.
itself is backward?
Yeah, as if it was mirrored. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Wow, interesting. Okay. Um,
and I think I'm picking up what you're putting down anyway.
Mm-hmm.
The seal on the ring is raised, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think Spring knows what this ring is.
Yeah, I had a pretty good idea from the second you said it was reversed.
So it's a signet ring. It's a wax ring,
It is a
right?
yeah, it's a
Yeah,
signet
for
ring. Like
pressing
some
wax down.
well,
Yeah.
that is one way to use it.
Hmm?
Okay. Interesting. All right. Radiant. And where exactly did we find this ring again?
It was in a jewelry box. There's like a bunch of like other like assorted like jewelry, like tarnished silver. Like there's a few like gold things that are still like good, I guess, but like
All
it's like
right.
such
We're gonna
small
snatch up
amounts.
those gold bits, and then we're gonna take this ring,
Yeah.
pocket the gold,
All
if
right.
possible.
Yeah, like
Um.
it's like some small chains. Like it looks like it was like oh, another thing that wears off. This is a man's ring, and the rest of the jewelry in the box was is like feminine jewelry. So like thin chains and
Oh, that's weird.
necklaces and stuff like that. Um, if you look for another jewelry box, like if you look around, there's another jewelry box not far that's full of
Ooh.
men's jewelry, and the space where the signet
Okay.
ring would have been is empty.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Hmm. Okay. There's a picture forming. I'm not gonna talk about it right now, but it is
Mm-hmm.
picture forming.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Radiant, picks up the ring, kind of looks at it. Obviously, it's some kind of signet ring for wax, which is pretty common. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just so they turn to the others and go, I found this. I'm not familiar with the history, but it wasn't my major in college. Um, what do you? I mean, this looks like it's a wax ring, right? Just offers it to be looked at.
Esme,
Hmm?
if you look, if Esme looks at
Hint,
it,
hint.
can I get a? If Esme looks at it, I want a history check at advantage.
Ooh.
Okay.
Of course. All right. So, Esme, you recognize this ring. Um, so Radiant has a point. It does look like a wax ring, but the Empire, because of how large it was, they couldn't rely on letters. So most of the communication back there was done through something that actually has survived into the modern day, known as cell stones. Um, small stones that could instantaneously send messages through text or voice. Um,
Hmm.
there was no real need for letters. So, like, you imagine that this thing could be, just like a relic, but like but like why? But like you remember that seeing the queen wearing this ring, and you always thought it looked weird because it looked like a man's ring, and the king had a matching one. You don't know what their purpose was, but you know that they never went around the castle without it. And there were times where you did not know where the king or queen were. Which, as a knight, terrified the shit out of you because your entire job was protecting
Yeah.
them. Um, and also from all of you, I would like a perception check.
Okay.
Like, this is kind of a retroactive perception check. It's kind of like remembering a thing you might have
Hmm.
seen back in the thing.
Of course, not perceiving shit as we
Yeah.
got a
Yeah.
12.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Okay. I'll take a 20 from Esme. All right. So
14.
Uzolda and Esme, as you see this ring, you're kind of struck with the thing. It's like, oh,
Hmm.
like when you met Melkor, who is the last descendant of this royal line, you remember he was wearing like a bunch of like necklaces, and like most of them are like traditional like hick shit. So like it's like a necklace with like fishing tackles on it, like basically stuff that you like is less for jewelry and more for like, well, I don't want to lose this. But there was one that kind of like
Hmm.
was a bit weird. On a piece of twine around his neck was something that at first you thought it was like like once again like another like fishing tackle, But now that you're seeing this, you realize he had a ring exactly like this on a piece of twine around his neck. Possibly the matching one to this that's missing from the king's jewelry box.
That makes sense.
They might have taken him for that ring.
I suspect this might be our key to enter the hidden room.
Suspect you might be right.
Yeah.
That just begs the question: what did they do with him when if they got the ring? Did they still need him, or?
I mean,
My guess would
they
be
would.
that they needed his blood.
Yeah. I mean, they wouldn't if they didn't need him. They would have just taken the ring when he took it off at night or something like that, right?
True. That does make sense.
Mm-hmm. That's not great. Is there anything else in this room that stands out in terms of like the jewelry or anything else?
Mm, no. No.
Ooh,
There's not
I have a.
with those with what you no, with what you have for perception, with for investigations now.
Rip.
Do you head out of the room into the tower?
Mm.
I think that it is about time we descend. Time isn't exactly on our side.
Yeah. And you did
I
lose
actually
like
want to
at
look
least
for
several
something real
hours.
quick.
Say what?
Oh,
I would like to look for something else real quick before we go.
Mm-hmm.
Could I just make a cursory glance around and see if I can notice anything that could be like a secret passage or something like that?
I'm going to say no, not with the rolls that you've already done. I'm not gonna let you just do the roll again.
Okay,
No.
that's fair.
Yeah.
All
But
right,
yeah.
let's get moving.
Yeah.
yeehaw.
So as you step out of the room into the wider area, um, you see that you're on a landing, and the landing is rather nice. It's not like super massive. There's a spiraling staircase, like that like leads down like through like a door, and there's portraits like lining the wall. And each
Ooh.
portrait is of the kings and queens of past. Whereas the bedroom you were just in was immaculate, this room definitely looks like it's feeling its age. There's some of the portraits are very very faded, and some of them are like out and out gone. And you see once again the picture uh, of the king and the queen. They've each got their own individual portraits, and then you see two empty frames after them. Um, and then you see like there's like a little like plaque underneath it, and the plaque on the empty one says uh, Prince Reth the Fourth, and it's completely empty. And you have to imagine it's from like they didn't get the painting done yet before everything went off. And the and dominating the middle of the room, there is this. I want to say tube. That's not really the right thing. It's like a cylindrical kind of post. It's like really really thick, and there is a uh, sliding door on it that appears to be made out of metal. The the post looks wide enough that like you could all stand like inside the post. And I mentioned that, yeah, I did mention that there is a door that leads to stairs. Oh.
So basically an elevator.
I mean, I
At least
wasn't
that's what
gonna
it seems
say
to be.
elevator, but like, yeah, it's an elevator, yeah.
Right. Uzul wants to go over and just like take a look at it as a inventor, even though her specialty is biology rather than engineering. Just wants to take a look over it, just admire it.
You pull the metal door open.
Does it look like it'll fit Reggie?
No, Reggie would have to take the stairs.
Oh dear. Wait, we're just going down the tower, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is there a window? I can just ride Reggie down because he flies.
There was a bedroom. There was a window in the bedroom. Yeah, but like you
She
would need
looks
to find
in,
you would need to find a window like down below as well to come back in.
right. Um. Okay, so what she'll say is, Reggie, when you get down there, look for a window near the tower to come through. Okay, buddy? Hmm. She just pats his nose. Good boy. And she's like, I trust he'll find it, and just joins the others in the elevator.
So Reggie just clonks back into the bedroom, and then like you just hear a
Yeah,
loud, crash of
just
fucking glass.
scuttles, just scuttles back in there because of the spider legs.
Uh, um,
Yeah, he could just spider climb down, but no, him flying is probably better.
yeah. So as you wrench open this metal door that's like a little bit rusted, you see that it is a completely like there is an empty shaft with like two ropes, right? Uh, and like if you like look up, like you can kind of see because you're close to the top, you can kind of see the pulley at the top, but you don't see any mechanical. You don't see like automatic thing. This is a hand elevator. So like
Guess someone has to crank it.
yeah, so basically like what it is like so this was like a if this thing used to have magic, the magic is long since gone. Basically like someone needs to grab the rope, the rope and pull it whichever way they want to go. Does that make sense?
Mhm. So which one's the pull for down?
It doesn't matter. Like we'll just say that like you just kind of like start pulling the right rope. It's fine. I'm not gonna like make you do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really, just like you pull one, you pull the other one. Oh yeah, that's the down way.
yeah, yeah. It doesn't take you
I'm
super.
just,
Sorry.
I'm just because I already have the spell anyway.
Oh yeah, no, that one would be able to do it. Yeah, yeah. You just like start like pulling the thing, and like this like elevator like slowly like comes into view, and there's no like top on the thing. It's kind of like almost like a dumbwaiter. Um, and it connects to a and it connects to like another pulley at the bottom of the carriage. Um, you do note that there is a button on the like near the thing that like the button is missing, but like you can kind of like read the labeling where it says release. You imagine that like if the elevator is above you, you press the release button and it just kind of releases the tension and it just and then catches. But the button is missing, so they do it manually. Luckily, it was below you because you're at the like top floor. Yeah, yeah. I imagine they probably did have like unseen servants, like permanent unseen servants. This entire job was to just like, what is my purpose? You move the elevator. Oh my god. So you will climb into the elevator, and Esme's unseen servant starts cranking it. How far down do you go? Do you go down to the bottom of the tower, or you
Yeah,
stop
I
along
think
the way?
so.
Okay. All right. So yeah, the unseen servant just starts cranking, just going like hand over hand, like moving the elevator. It's slow, it's rickety, and it's rusty. You can hear it like the pulley grinding from time to time. Like you imagine that if this thing was any more complex than it is, it probably would have failed like long ago, and you'd be walking. Um, but it is a pretty impressive piece of thing for like something that's like several hundred years old. As the time goes and you're plunged into darkness, 'cause none of you have dark vision, do you? Oh wait, no, Radiant has dark vision. Um, you're plunged into darkness, or in Radiant's case, shades of grey. The thing just creaks and just cracks and just sounds absolutely nightmarish to be in.
Wait, I have dark vision too.
Oh, do you? None of the plasmoids have
Weird that
dark
the ooze
vision.
has dark
Yeah,
vision.
That's weird.
this is the only one without.
That's
You'd think
weird.
that they would give us like tremor sense or something.
Yeah, that's
It would
very
make more
weird.
sense for
Yeah.
an ooze.
The point is, um,
Yeah.
as you're going down, you start hearing things from the uh floors you're going past. You hear creaks and cracks and groans. It seems like this tower has a notable number of undead in it. Can I get a stealth check from each of you, please?
Heck yeah, you can. Nope.
Like,
So, as you're going, the elevator creaks and just makes just a hell of a noise. But because this building is because like it's not like organic noise, the undead don't really pay attention to it. And then the pulley fails a second; it slips. You drop maybe like 5 feet, and most of you keep your composure except for Radiant. Radiant, you let out like a small squeak, like a ah, like just in surprise as it happened, like an involuntary little noise, and you start hearing sounds as you're going, and followed by banging as the undead are just smashing against the metal sliding doors, trying to find like the source of this living sound that they've just heard. Um, as me, you hear this.
Mhm.
There's a lot of undead. Do you try and make your unseen servant go faster, or like what do you do?
I think maintain pace because the elevator is too rickety to try to speed up, or it's probably gonna break.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But they're trying to break through a door, right?
Yeah, a sliding door that's rusty and kind of shit. So
Yeah. Oh, I don't think I took that spell this time. Darn.
was it
I should
arcane
have,
lock?
because that spell is. Yeah, I was gonna arcane lock the door. I'm so used to taking arcane lock all the time that I didn't take it on this character.
Oh boy. All right.
Because I had to use stuff that would be, like, fitting for the theme of the one shot and for the testing material.
Right. So as you're going, you hear the banging and you hear just grinding, and let's see, which one are you? Meeny, miny, mo. The tiger by the toe. Oh, I'm just picking on Radiant today. I'm sorry. All right. So
Oh.
Radiant, you feel a hand on your
Mhm.
shoulder.
Okay.
You look back at the hand.
I do. Yeah, she does.
It's just a hand,
It's not attached to anything.
not attached to anything. You look up, and then you just hear like sounds from above you. You look up.
Should I make a should I make a Constitution roll?
For what?
Being scared out of their mind.
You can if you want.
It's all right. So it's like, is it like a spectral hand or is it like
No.
just?
It is a
It's
hand.
it's thing.
Yep.
Oh, hold on. I'm gonna do something.
Hello, Ham. Who got
Cool.
neutered? Did you get neutered?
So Radiant just kind of pauses. The hand looks at them. They look at the hand. He looks at me.
And I look at him.
Yep. And then the Radiant just kind of like pats the hand with their hand very gently. Just like, pop, pop, hello. How are you? The hand is not going to talk back, hopefully.
No, it is not. It is not.
Thank God it doesn't have a mouth on that hand. It's just kind of like, cool. Yeah.
Something heavy falls and bonks you on the horns and lands in your hands.
What is it? Pray
The human
tell, dear
head.
DDM. It's a head. What?
The human head.
Is it alive?
The head's eyes open. And he looks at you. And you
And I look at him. Mm-hmm.
And it lets out a scream.
Great. Roll initiative.
Yeah, roll initiative, but also if you look up, you see that there are a lot of blended body parts, assorted body parts, falling down on you. Heads, arms,
boy.
hands, feet, fucking, yeah.
Hand bomb.
Oh, you need a second?
Also, it is that time
Oh, yeah.
that I mentioned earlier.
Yeah, do we want to take, like a 20, 30-minute break then?
Wakey, wakey.
Probably a good idea.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I will BRB, everyone.
alright. Yeah, so, it's raining men. Hallelujah, it's raining men.
It's raining men in the worst possible way.
It's raining men in chunks.
Chunky. Oh, come on.
What?
And they're all alive?
Well, they're all undead, but yeah.
Well, ugh. And they're attacking us? Are they gonna? Does the head bite Radiant, or does it just like yell?
It's screaming at you, but because it's just a head, like, and you're holding it, like, it can't really do anything unless you, like, put your hands in its mouth.
I don't think that's gonna happen. I think
Yeah.
Radiant's gonna drop it. So you know how soccer players drop soccer balls before they punt them? That is what Radiant is probably gonna end up doing. Like, drop it, punt.
Just fucking, like, you just bring your hoof to its fucking head and just splat it against the wall.
Correct. Punt that guy like a little soccer ball. No.
Oh, wait, did we ever establish what Radiant's, like, is Radiant cursed, or is Radiant's bloodline cursed, or are you blessed? Like, actually, that's, like, the thing for your team.
Blessed.
Blessed. Do you remember by which deity it was?
Shoot. No, I do not. And I don't know if I wrote it down. Hold on.
Uh,
I did pick it out, though.
you did. You need the gods list again?
No, sun god. That's right. Functionally adopted by. That's right. We did adopted. Totally thought weird stuff was normal. Parents died died after being born. Wrote a message on the soul. Functionally adopted by a sun god. Lol. A nepo baby, but for real.
Oh, not really a sun god, the life god. Difference, but
Yeah, the life god.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so you do have hooves then.
Yep.
Yeah.
And antlers, cute little
Yeah.
antlers,
Yeah.
little
Sydney's
nubbins.
yeah, Sydney's tieflings look more like fantasy fawns kind of
Mm-hmm.
like antlers and hooves and stuff. Oh, you got
I'm
do you
the
have like a little goat tail?
Yeah, they have like
Yeah.
a little goat tail and everything. And when casting spells, Radiant Sun appears between the antlers,
Mm-hmm.
blessed by the life god, and they were blessed specifically with magical HRT. So they have doe spots and antlers
I love him.
and a little fawn tail.
Love him. Uh
Ideals: ask mom for my gender affirmance surgery. Ooh woo. Flaws: probably a little stupid, not gonna lie. Imagine a Gen Z Visco girl.
oh god.